Hello my dear student, welcome to my class. My name is Dharmendra, chemistry lecturer. Now I am going to teach you redox reaction chapter. What is the meaning of redox reactions? In fact, redox reaction is combination of two major reactions, namely reduction as well as oxidation. Reduction and oxidation. But how? See this carefully. From reduction I am going to take red part, and from oxidations I have to take OX part. Then when I combine these two, I am end up with a reaction that is known to be redox reaction. It is somewhat like mathematics. Addition of the things, we are getting the product. Now before dive into the topic, let me give you certain examples of oxidation as well as reduction. When we cut apple, the inner part of the apple turns from white to brown color. If you observe iron, after some times on the surface of iron a brown color substance get deposit, and that is known to be rusting of iron. If we have old copper coin, you can notice that on the surface of that copper coin certain green color substance get deposits. Or even I can give example of photosynthesis as well as combustion reactions. But why I am giving all those examples now? The reason here is, in all those screens we can observe oxidations, in some cases reductions, as well as redox reactions also. Remember one thing my dear student, oxidation as well as reduction is not at all narrow topic, it is very broad. To understand that one by one, we have to go to the definition for oxidation as well as reductions. Let me begin with the oxidation. First one here is oxidation. That comes under classical concept of oxidation as well as reductions. The first thing is, what is the meaning of oxidations? The very first definition for oxidation is, first point, addition of oxygen. So what is the example for that? Sulfur that reacts with oxygen and is giving rise to sulfur dioxide. Very simple example. Addition of oxygen is known to be oxidation process. Or oxidation, it may be addition of electronegative element. What is the meaning of electronegative element? Electronegative element is the one which is having ability or tendency to attract electron pair towards itself. For example, if I give example of HF, F is the one which is having strong affinity or strong attraction tendency to attract electron towards itself. If I give Fe plus Cl2, what we are getting? We are getting like Fe Cl2, that's all. Now how it is oxidation process? Addition of electronegative element. Now Cl also there, which is also known to be electronegative element. So addition of this electronegative element is known to be oxidation. Another definition will go, removal of hydrogen. Another definition for oxidation. For example, H2S plus Cl2. What we are getting is very simple reaction. Removal of just what you have to do, we have to remove hydrogen, isn't it? We have to remove hydrogen. The hydrogen combines with Cl and is given rise to HCl. Then we are getting sulfur. If you observe this one carefully, when I compare this to hydrogen is for removed and that is known to be oxidation. Is it balanced? No. Cl2 is given, but here only one Cl is there, therefore I have to write here 2Cl. Is it clear? And this is known to be oxidation. What about another definition? Removal of electropositive element. Electropositivity means ability of an element to lose electron. Metals are having electropositive nature. If I write here Ki potassium iodide plus Cl2 to product as I2 plus KCl. Balance it here, I2 plus KCl. When I compare this to electropositive metal is replaced, removed, isn't it? It is removal of electropositive element is known to be oxidation. I summarize this. Oxidation means addition of oxygen, addition of electronegative elements. It may be removal of hydrogen or removal of electropositive element. If you understand this particular oxidation concept, now it is very easy to learn reduction. Why it is very easy? Because we have to reverse the definition. Overall I can say addition of oxygen or electronegative element, removal of hydrogen or electropositive element is known to be oxidation. The summary of this. Second one is for reduction. Removal of oxygen. Removal of oxygen is known to be reduction. What is the example for that? If I take HgO, when I heat this one, I am end up with Hg plus O2, oxygen gas. Is it balanced? O2 is there, but only one O here. Let me write here 2. I have to write here 2. That's all. Removal of oxygen. Compare this. Oxygen is removed, and that is known to be reduction. Now, the second one, removal of electronegative element. What is the example for that? If I take FeCl3 plus H2, we are getting FeCl2 plus HCl. FeCl3, FeCl2. What is the difference here? One Cl is what removed. Removal of electronegative element is known to be reduction. Now, third one, addition of hydrogen is known to be reduction. What is the example? CH2 double bond CH2 plus H2. We know that in presence of catalyst we are getting. What happens is very simple. Just you have to remove one of the bond. Then two hydrogen atoms are there. We have to place here. That's all. CH2 becomes CH3. Here also CH3. So that's equal to CH3 CH3. Addition of hydrogen is known to be reduction, isn't it? Next one, addition of electropositive element. So what is the example for that? HgCl2 plus SnCl2, what we are getting? Hg2Cl2 plus SnCl4. If you see the difference here, one mercury Hg we added, and that is going to be reduction process. So reduction, removal of oxygen or removal of electronegative element, addition of hydrogen, or it may be electropositive element. Done. This is the summary. Can remember code like this. Minus means removal of oxygen, or it may be removal of electronegative element. Plus means addition of hydrogen, or it may be addition of electropositive element. That is known to be reductions. Then if you ask, sir, what about in terms of electrons? Isn't it? Many of you learned that certain chemical reaction where transfer of electrons are taking place, you come to know that, and certain things are oxidation and certain things are reduction. But how it is possible? In terms of electron, oxidation is nothing but loss of electrons. Reduction means gain. Okay, gain of electrons. Gain of electrons, very simple. Loss of E. Remember this code, LOE, loss of electron. Oxidation, gain of electron is known to be reduction. We already discussed about oxidation as well as reductions in terms of oxygen, in terms of hydrogen, in terms of electronegative element as well as positive elements. Even we discussed in terms of electrons also. Now, is it possible to define oxidation as well as reduction with the help of oxidation number? Definitely yes, we will see that one. Okay. Oxidation and reduction in terms of oxidation number. In terms of oxidation number. You see that one now. See this carefully. Oxidation means in a chemical reaction, if oxidation number of the species increases is known to be oxidation. In a chemical reaction or in any chemical changes, if oxidation number of the species, if it is increases, is known to be oxidation, or if it is oxidation number decreases means, and that is known to be reduction. Listen carefully. Oxidation means increase in oxidation number, reduction means decrease in oxidation number. So I can explain this one with one example. If I take Fe plus HCl, can write FeCl2 plus H2. H2 means I have tried here 2, have to balance that one. I think now it is balanced. Hydrogen is what? Gas. If you see this one carefully, oxidation number on iron is 0. Why? Because rule number 1 says that element in its elementary state is taken as, the oxidation number is taken as 0. But for this one I can write, if we calculate FeCl2, FeCl2, find out for Fe, that is equal to x, for Fe x plus 2, Cl is what? Minus 1 equal to 0, then x minus 2 equal to 0, x equal to plus 2. That means for iron here plus 2. Hydrogen is what? We know that plus 1, and here is minus 1. Here for Cl is what? Minus 1. For hydrogen it's in elemental state, therefore it is 0. Now see this carefully, iron it is 0. From 0 to it turns into Fe2 plus. Oxidation number from 0 to 2, increase from 0 to 2, that means increase in oxidation number, therefore it is known to be oxidation. In case of hydrogen, from plus 1 to it changes to 0, that means decrease in oxidation number, isn't it? See this one, if it is 0 is here, plus 1, plus 2, plus 3 here, minus 1, minus 2, like that. First case, Fe 0 to plus 2, 0 to plus 2, increase in oxidation number, oxidation. In case of here hydrogen, plus 1, 2 it changes to 0, plus 1, 2 changes to 0, means decrease in oxidation number, therefore it is known to be reduction. The next term here is oxidizing agent as well as reducing agent, or sometimes we say oxidant, and this is known to be reductant. Now let me take same example, Fe plus HCl, 2HCl is giving us to FeCl2 plus H2, isn't it? Now oxidation number here 0, and here plus 1, minus 1, and here plus 2, minus 1, 0. Fe2 plus, increase in oxidation number is oxidation, and plus 1, 2, hydrogen plus 1, 2, 0, and this is known to be reduction. Now, what is the meaning of oxidizing agent? Oxidizing agent or oxidant is the one which makes oxidation process. Oxidation means Fe2 plus, that process is known to be oxidation. The one which make this oxidation is known to be oxidizing agent. Here hydrogen is the one which makes oxidation process, therefore here oxidizing agent is nothing but hydrogen. Reduction means plus 1 hydrogen turns into 0 here, decrease in oxidation number is known to be reduction, but this reduction is accompanied by or done by this ion, isn't it? Therefore ion act as reducing agent. Here ion act as reducing agent. Do you know, between the metals also there is a competition between the transfer of electron? Yes, in case of metals, in the compound we can expect the competition in order to transfer electron. This can be easily explained by taking certain experimental observations. Let me start with that. The first one, if I take a copper sulfate solution in one of the beaker, what is this? This is known to be copper sulfate, which is in aqueous state, means copper sulfate plus water, that's all. So what the color of that? That is blue. Then I have to immerse a zinc rod. Then I have to keep it for 1 hour time duration. Then we come to know that first thing, solution becomes colorless. Second thing, a red color metal deposited on the surface of zinc, and when I add hydrogen sulfide gas, I got white color precipitate. 3 observations. It is quite clear that copper sulfate solution, which is blue in color, which turns into colorless. The blue color is because of presence of Cu2 plus ion. Cu2 plus means what? It is nothing but it is in the form of copper sulfate, which is in aqueous, isn't it? When we add zinc here, when we add zinc, a red color metal deposited on the surface of zinc rod, that means I am getting copper as the metal. This is what red color now. At the same time, zinc turns into zinc sulfate. The valence of zinc is what? +2. The valence here is 0 and here it is 0, and for this copper +2. That is oxidation number what we say. First it is blue color, colorless, because Cu2 plus ion which is converted into Cu, that means there is no Cu2 plus ion in this one, therefore it is colorless. Why it is red in color? Because copper which is deposited on the surface of zinc rod, so it is red in color. But why it is white precipitate? When I pass H2S gas into this particular solution, this zinc sulfate, right? Zinc sulfate is nothing but is giving rise to zinc 2 plus, and that to react with H2S and is giving rise to what? ZnS. This is what? White color precipitate. This is what? White color precipitate. Now it is quite clear that zinc, see this carefully, zinc turns into Zn2 plus, means lost 2 electron, but copper which is in +2 oxidation number or oxidation state, which turns into copper, +2 2 turns into 0, right? Oxidation number 0, that is known to be reduction. When it is possible, this copper in +2 state took 2 electrons from zinc and turns into copper. So from this one it is clear that zinc lost 2 electron. Next time I have to take beaker, in that I have to fill what is that? Zinc sulfate solution, then have to immerse copper. Even after 1 hour also there is no change in color. If I pass H2S also, if it is copper is giving rise to Cu2 plus ion, means here this copper is giving rise to Cu2 plus ion, means that Cu2 plus ion must react with H2S and is giving rise to, it clearly indicates that there is no formation of Cu2 plus ion. In other words, I can say that if I write Cu plus ZnSO4 equal to CuSO4 plus Zn, this reaction won't taking place. That means copper is not ready to give electron, is not ready to lose electrons when we add into the zinc sulfate solution. This is what computation. When I compare copper as well as zinc, zinc is the one which is ready to give electron easily, but copper is not. Let me take another example. I have to take a small beaker. In that I have to take silver nitrate solution. Then I have to immerse copper rod. After some time, if you observe this particular beaker, the color of the solution turns into blue color. First, it is colorless, but when we add the copper rod, the color of solution changes to blue color. That means copper is the metal. Its Gimme raised to blue color means what? Blue color is because of Cu2 plus ion. That means copper lost 2 electrons. If copper lost 2 electron means Ag from this particular solution, AgNO3 means its Gimme raised to Ag plus and NO3 minus. Ag plus take that 2 electron. That means here only one Ag is there. Let me write here 2. 2 Ag plus takes 2 electron and turns into 2 Ag. Copper lost 2 electron. That means oxidation number here, what is that? 0,2 plus 2 means oxidation number increased. Oxidation number increased means it is known to be oxidation. But in this case, plus 1, 2, it changes to 0. Oxidation number decreased, and that is known to be reduction process. Fine. Now we have to compare. First we compare between copper as well as zinc. Next we have to compare between copper as well as silver. That time zinc was the one which ready to give electron easily, but this time when we compare between copper as well as silver, copper is the one which is ready to lose electron. In that competition, copper wins. So from this one it's clear that the ability to lose electron, to give electron is more for zinc than for copper, than Ag. For other metals, we have to go to the metal activity series. What is the metal activity series? Metal activity series is nothing but metals are placed in the decreasing order of their reactivity. That means lithium is the one here, is a highly active metals, as well as silver is the one which is least active metal. Why we say active metals? Because metal, we know that metal having a tendency to lose electron. Any metal which loses electron very fast means it is known to be more active. That means activity of the metal can be linked with the ability to lose electron. In the activity series, I just need to compare only zinc as well as copper right now. So zinc is more active than copper, isn't it? That means zinc is more active, means zinc is the metal which loses electron very easily and give raised to 2 plus, compared to copper to lose 2 electron forms of copper 2 plus. Based on activity series, when you compare these two, this is the one loses electron very fast. Similarly, in case of copper as well as silver, where is copper? This is copper and silver. When we compare now copper with silver, copper is the one which is more active in terms of losing electron. Hence, copper loses 2 electron and forms Cu2 plus rather than silver to lose electrons. That's all about the metal activity series. That means by saying metal activity series, we can identify which element loses electron very fast.